What's up, everybody? It's Simon from Lake Hub. We're out on the road after doing our road trip series. We got a lot of questions about what do you actually do when you're out on the road? Where do you stop? What do you plan? So I wanted to share a couple tips on different places that you can break for lunch, take a break. We've got all kinds of options available to us out on the highways. We have truck stops, rest stops, and all that kind of stuff, and I want to share with you the pros and cons of each one, starting with the visitor center. That's right, I'm out here in northern Arizona. We're kind of tracking along Route 66 and kind of traveling across northern Arizona, northern New Mexico, into the Texas Panhandle, and we decided to break for lunch here. This is actually a national monument, and so this visitor center right here is funded by the National Park Service, which is awesome because they've got money. So it's nice. It's like really cool. There's like trails. It's clean, wide open spaces. Look at this view. I mean, just gorgeous, beautiful afternoon. A little bit of rain off in the distance. You know, there's some wildlife. I flushed some quail, you know, kind of walking around the corner out of some bushes. So pretty cool place to stop. Clean restrooms. Everything's working, and it's like a nice, quiet, safe place to be. Now, obviously, if you're going to break for lunch at a visitor center like this, you got to pack your own food. The same thing goes with the rest stop, but I want to tell you that not all rest stops are created equally. They could be completely different, even if funded by the same entity. You know, if it's by the state, I mean, one could just be this far outpost that's been totally neglected for years and years, may not even have a restroom. It may just be like a couple of little shelters and picnic tables and trash cans that get emptied every now and then in a dirt parking lot. It could also be something like this, you know, just a big, beautiful structure that has, you know, clean bathrooms and plenty of parking and some green space for kids to run around and enjoy themselves. So rest stops can vary quite a bit. We decided to pull over here because it seemed interesting, you know. Otherwise, what we like to do is we like to find a city park. Again, you have to pack your own food in, but we like that because, I mean, you know, one, you're saving a little bit of money. Two, you're saving some time, you know, from actually having to go get food, wait in line, wait for your food and all that kind of stuff. So you are actually saving some time too. We feel better, you know, instead of eating out, we feel like our bodies feel better out on the road, and, you know, we don't, you know, have to, you know, worry about any bathroom emergencies from too many hamburgers, you know what I mean? And so what we found is every little city in the US has a little city park, like right in the middle, at least, you know, at least something. So a little open space, a little, almost all of them that we've ever been to have some kind of a restroom. Now, the downside is the restrooms are usually pretty neglected, especially in these small towns that just don't have a lot of money going on. So the restrooms kind of a struggle, but they're there. And we like, for our little kids, we like the fact that they can just go play, they can get all their energy out, they can go have a good time. We'll throw a soccer ball in the back of the car, easily accessible, right next to like all our picnic food, and they'll just go have a blast. So that, and then we do kind of a quiet activity when we get back in the car and everybody kind of settles down, you know, all their energy's spent, you know, maybe they fall asleep if we're lucky. So that's what we like to do. Usually we like to stop at city parks. We're in the middle of nowhere though, so there are not many parks to be found in this neck of the woods. So we went with a visitor center, and you know, it seemed interesting. There's like some cool like volcanic rocks and stuff like that. You know, there's like this little loop trail. We haven't taken it, but it looks cool. You know, so those are your three kind of outdoors options. Now you can always eat at a restaurant. If you do that, what I really recommend is just not going with like trashy fast food. It just makes you feel terrible. It makes you feel terrible. You just remember, you're gonna get in a car and you're just gonna sit all day, you know? So you're not gonna have a chance to like work your body and get your digestion going and all that kind of stuff, burn those calories. So if you're gonna go with a restaurant, what I like to do is find something local, because it's more interesting, but that's even more of a food gamble. So, if there's a destination that you've read about, you want to go check out, awesome. That's what it's all about. That's what life on the road is all about, going and checking out these weird, cool places and finding new things. But if you're just, total crapshoot, just gonna pop into some place, not without reading reviews or anything like that, then good luck to you. I wish you all the best. If you're gonna go with the chain, I'd recommend Subway, because you can get something that's lighter, very reliable, and there's a Subway in every little dinky town across this land. There are more Subways than any other chain restaurant, so they can fit them in like these little cubbyhole kind of places, gas stations, whatever. There is a Subway everywhere, so those are pretty reliable. If you have to go with the chain, go with that. But what I found is, with eating in a restaurant, you know what you're getting into, which is nice. You usually have clean restrooms, which is also nice. But you're going from sitting in a car to sitting in a booth, and it just doesn't do it for me. I need to get out and stretch my legs. I need some fresh air. I need some sunshine. I need to walk around a little bit. So that's why we like choosing open spaces, and again, the city parks, we do that because of kids. If it wasn't for the kids, we would almost probably just stick to rest stops and visitor centers. That's what we did before kids. Your final option that I can think of is going to be truck stops. Now, truck stops can be awesome, especially if you don't have kids. Feel that wind? Up here that way, that was quite a gust. So truck stops can be awesome because they have a lot going on. I mean, you can upgrade your CB radio equipment on the fly. You can work on your car. You can buy all kinds of stuff, tchotchkes. Usually there's a full-on restaurant and fast food. There's huge bathrooms, very well maintained, because they're trying to attract trucker business. The only downside to me, there's two downsides. One, again, just not a lot of room to stretch your legs and walk around, not a lot of fresh air. You're walking around a parking lot, it's kind of weird. And then there's a lot of people, so if you have like little kids, you're kind of worried about safety, especially in the bathrooms and stuff. There's a lot going on at a truck stop. So for kids, it's kind of a lot, but there are also a lot of amenities. They have a lot to offer. So kind of name brand truck stops, your Loves, your what's it called? The one with the jet. I can't think of it right now. Your TA, right? Those kind of like mainstream truck stops. Those are South and Southwest. I'm sure back east they have like their own brands and whatnot. But yeah, so those are good too. But for my money, I mean, I just love to be outside and being in the car for a long time. I'd rather be outside, pack our food. But you make your own decision. Do what's right for you. Get out on the open road, because there is a lot of land to see in this country. Talk to you next time.